What, coins in your pocket?
Pennies.
Pennies.
All right, MMA Maniacs, it's time for your weekly MMA podcast called Split Decision, brought to you from the Ruloff Family Inc. Studios. Bueller, Dodge, and Dennis ready to break you off some MMA knowledge. We got stuff to go over this week. We got UFC Singapore happening tomorrow night, or Sunday morning, like 1 a.m. I don't know, it's really complicated. But we also have last week's UFC Ultimate Fight Night 110 to go over. And, well, there's some really big news this week that we obviously had to jump into that I'm sure you've heard of from your friends around the water cooler. But before we jump into that, we're going to jump into another news story from MyMMAnews.com. A legend of the sport is in a bit of trouble.
Yeah. Matt Hughes has been airlifted to a hospital after the truck he was riding in was hit by a train.
So he was not driving.
He was not driving. He is in the hospital apparently with head trauma. His family is traveling with him now, or traveling to him now when the story broke.
In this day and age, and I'm not even trying to be an asshole here, but I'm being serious, because we see the videos online.
Yep.
How do we don't know the details.
Don't know all the details.
So we don't know.
I wouldn't even go there.
No, I'm just saying we don't know if the driver was trying to avoid. Oh, we can make it. We can cut through. We can do this, because it's very difficult. I trust me. I know somebody who was hit by a train, but it was different circumstances.
And I know what you're thinking. A lot of people, it's already been on some of the streams where they're like, a train can only be in 8 feet. Well, there's only 8 feet it's not like a train comes out of nowhere.
Right.
Here's the track.
But we've seen it happen. So I'm wondering.
Especially here, especially out where he lives in Escalon.
Oh my god,
dude! They got people getting taken out left and right because out in the farm area, there's no crossing guards or anything.
Nope.
But that's why. Okay, that's what I'm saying though. He's in a truck. He's not wandering down. It's not like we're in a Stand By Me situation.
No, right.
You know, it's not like I brought the comb so we could look
Which
it on
you can
TV.
now jump off that bridge, by the way. It's part of a national park.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
You can check it out.
It's a very sad situation. I'm just wondering what the details are here. Were they trying to beat the train? Were they stuck on the tracks? That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm asking here.
Doesn't say. All
Very
it says
unfortunate.
is this happened today.
Yeah, it's because it's developing.
Truck was collided with a moving train.
it's developing.
Very, very, very sad. Airlifted. It's terrifying. It's a
T's and
horrible
P's to
accident.
Matt Hughes.
T's and P's. T's and P's.
A bunch of MMA journalists have now put together their own association. We have the MMAJA, the Mixed Martial Arts Journalists Association.
Are we going to have to be like card carriers now?
I don't know. I asked Eric of My MMA News, and he was like, I don't want to pay dues.
Oh, there's dues? No,
Yeah,
I'm good.
there's dues. I still don't know what they're
I will
going to do.
pay my dues to the MMAJO. Thank you very much.
I don't know what they're going to
If
do.
there's a yearly symposium in Vegas,
They have
Pretty
reports
cool.
that there's going to be a board of
I hear it's a
20,
circle jerk, but we can go.
20 media members who will be applying for
you think there'll
membership
be a Limp
shortly.
Biscuit?
This is they're saying to stop things like
Krusty Biscuit.
that happened to Ariel Helwani and his colleagues back at the UFC event where they got kicked out and had their credentials revoked.
Okay, so they're upset about that. I get that. My thing is, if Donald Trump can say certain news agencies can come into his press conferences and others can't, there's not really a whole lot we can do as MMA news coverage people that when Dana White says, no, you can't come in.
Yeah, because businesses hold the right to refuse service.
They're saying that the group's goals.
Just put up that fucking sign.
It's serious.
No shirt, no shoes, no credentials, no service.
Oh, yeah, I've gone into places, I've had to take my clothes off just to abide by their sign.
Oh, I like those
Well, I mean,
places.
there's no
Yeah.
pants sign, so you just take your shirt off and wear it.
Yeah.
Take your pants
If
off.
I
and
walk
wear it
in
as a
fully
shirt.
clothed, there's no service, I'm abiding by the sign.
They cost you $75 as a single guy to get in, though. You got to bring somebody else with you.
They're saying that their goals include raising professional standards. We're definitely not getting cards. Fostering fellowship with MMA media,
gonna
assuring
go by
proper
myself.
working conditions, and advocating interest of the members.
$75. Bring a donkey in a wig, you'll get in cheaper.
He always calls me that.
So again, I'm not quite sure what the MMAJA is going to accomplish.
I know what the MMAJO will accomplish.
No, I really believe it'll be something where they'll get together, they'll have everybody's, information, they'll put something together yearly.
Yeah, there'll be some like Vegas get together. Yeah, exactly. You're right. That's what it's going to be. And they'll have like panels to talk about what the issues are in MMA journalism, and then nothing will ever get fucking solved. But you'll get a free breakfast.
And it gives, and I'm going to tell you right now, an association like this gives 12 people the ability to put together a board, and they'll be able to write off stupid ass shit to fly all over the place, and they'll probably get paid work days off wherever they work for being part of this board of this association. So hats off to the 12 guys that started this because
They said there's going to be 20 board members.
20 board members?
20.
There's 3 here now.
That's what I'm
Once
saying.
you bring up some great points, there's 3 here now if you need more board members.
Bellator made some big news
Big news. This is great news.
this week
Until you find out the details.
that Mike Goldberg and Mauro Ranallo have signed on to a multi-event broadcast agreement starting with Bellator New York.
And this is one of those things that the internet was just doing circles around because it's so exciting to have Ranallo and Bellator.
Virtually identical.
I was a little scared.
There we go.
Because they're both interesting to listen to. They both do decent play-by-play.
They're very hype. Both of them are
Very
like hype men.
Yeah, I didn't know who was going to out-hype the other.
That's what I was looking forward to,
lot of,
honestly. Like somebody's going to explode.
Yeah, just instantly.
It was going to happen live on TV. Somebody was just going to short circuit and fall over.
This announcer's booth brought to you by AstraZeneca.
And then you find out a little bit more about the details. So far, it's not going to be every Bellator event. Right now, the first one is going to be Bellator New York. So they're not replacing
And that's next week, right?
that is next week, the entire commentary group.
Yeah, but Goldie and Rogan didn't do every show either.
Right. I'm just putting this out there.
And for a while they did.
Also, update. Also, they will not be calling fights together.
For like 3 months.
Mike Goldberg is going to be doing the play-by-play, where Mauro is going to be on the announce desk.
What does that mean, though?
They're going to have a cutaway.
So pretty much like Fox
Yeah.
Sports 1 does
Yeah.
now, where they cut away in between fights every now and then, or like, the NBA does, they go back to an announce desk.
But they
and
have
talk,
a
and then
multiple man team. So is Ranallo going to be with like 2 other people and Goldberg by himself?
No. Now get this.
No, the other guy.
Who do we announce last week is going to be doing some opening shows for Bellator? Big Brown. So you got Ranallo, Big Brown
And shop. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
you know what I'm saying?
something going on in an announce
Okay.
desk. They talk about it, and they go to the fights.
I'm
and you have
funny.
Those two.
He's over the top. He's by the ring.
Makes sense. I mean,
they got faux
like I said,
Rogan.
you-
They
you-
got faux Rogan already.
Yeah.
You listen.
Okay,
You
that's
listen
fine.
to.
No,
I'm cool with that.
like
I said, you go to the NBA where you have the announce desk. They talk about the game before it happens, and they go down. You have actually commentators, and then it goes back to the announce desk. So this is pretty much what Bellator's doing. But they have signed Goldberg and Ranallo. Very cool.
I'm hoping it's for a multi-fight deal.
They did say it's multi-fight,
Good.
but they haven't said which fights yet.
And we have Joe Rogan coming up in the end of his contract, next month?
I think so.
Yeah, but like Brandon said when we were all talking about, I don't think he's interested in anything.
Yeah.
I think
No.
he's doing enough with his tour, and I think his kids are at that age where he's able to go enjoy doing stuff with them.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Which
Which is the same thing I'm going to tell you right now with Dana. I think we're going to be seeing Dana exit himself in the next year and a half.
there's
2 years.
rumors that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he's going to be out.
He's
very
got to
soon.
beat that blood clot, so yeah.
Ray Borg recently talking about his not fight with DJ Demetrius Johnson.
We talked about this literally last week.
Yep. And he's basically upset. He says, at first I was saying, at least my name's getting out there. I thought, hey, if people didn't know me before, they do now.
Anybody who watched Starship Enterprise, man, we already knew about the Borg.
But he says the longer it goes
Assimilate or die.
Yeah.
the longer it goes on, the more annoying and stressful it gets because I have no fucking clue what's going on.
Are you getting paid?
He says he's
He's
upset
getting paid.
because he goes, DJ's problems are with the UFC. They're his. He's not a marketable guy. He's goofy or he's family man. I don't know what his issues are. But that has nothing to do with our division. He says the UFC's claiming they want to close the division because they don't sell, when all we've had to do is have DJ as the only face. That's not fair to the rest of the division. And then he also says, he goes, I'm not a guy to be used. I'm no one's pawn. He's like, when he first came out and said he wanted to fight me instead of TJ because of the rankings, I was like, cool. I really respect that. Now I'm putting 2 together. This motherfucker's using me for negotiating tactics.
That's exactly what we said last week. We called this shit last week.
Yep.
We were saying that what DJ's doing right now is like a brilliant ploy.
Yep.
And it's building up the fight. It's getting more momentum. And TJ is going to happen.
Yeah.
And Demetrius Johnson has this mastermind plan. The guy plays video games all motherfucking day. He was playing a game one day and he was like, wait a second.
No, somebody was in his ear. Took 2 bong rips. He's all, DJ, you know what you need to do, man? You hold all the power. Hang on. You hold all the power, dude. You gotta let it go. Oh man, I'm gonna pass out now. I'll talk to you.
And then he was like, yeah. You know what? Now that you mention it, it was just like the quest for the crystal in that one game where we substituted the crystal for something else. and it made the crystal more valuable.
Where are you going after that chick Zelda?
Oh, yeah.
Ray Borg also says, you know what, he goes, I know this is cliche to say, but I don't care. I will fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. He's like, I just need to know what the fuck I'm doing because I want to stay busy. It's the only thing I want.
No, but according to Dana,
give me another fight.
Dana wants these guys in the lower weight divisions to go work like freeway off ramps or some shit. That's what he's saying. He's like, you guys aren't doing
Just
enough.
shaking a cup.
You guys aren't doing enough. And then I've been talking to people all
Fight
week.
me!
Yeah.
Fight for the poor.
Yeah, and the sad thing is they've actually brainwashed some of these other podcasts and these other TV people are like, yeah, these guys really need to do more. Yeah, these guys who are barely getting paid shit need to go out and find like a publicist, pay somebody else to get them out there. When the UFC, the people who pay for commercial time, don't put them out.
They made a whole show around one of them, though. Just saying.
Did that show make him any money? That's when you say, fuck you, pay me. And that's what DJ's doing. Good.
Good. UFC newcomer Amanda Ribas has been flagged for an anti-doping violation. Potential anti-doping violation. And being pulled from the Ultimate Fighter 25.
Way to show up to your new
finale.
job fucking stoned.
They didn't say what she did.
Fucking first day at work, you're high as a motherfucker.
That's not what they said.
This is not my first day. I've been coming here for 3 years, man.
Maybe I'm high. No, I'm just comparing it. When it's like your first day at work and you show up fucked up, you're 10 minutes late, you're hungover from the night before, so you decided to fucking smoke a cab, you fucking level you out.
You gotta set the bar low.
I thought you were
can only get better.
I thought you could
Don't
tell
fire me right now. I can get better.
I thought you could tell me Rebus stole boxes or some shit.
On her day off, maybe.
She's stealing shirts from the campus.
What you building, a clubhouse? Yeah.
Like what was that? The first season of the Ultimate Fighter, they're all like hoarding all the shirts and stuff. And they had to fight over them.
It was.
Well, this guy over here's got a bunch of merch for his family, and all I got's one T-shirt.
Well, you gonna tie them all together and escape out the window? What the fuck do you need them all for?
That's a good idea.
And obviously, the biggest news that we're about to go over right now is that
We're all so happy about this.
We're not. I am not.
he's definitely not.
It's officially been
Yeah.
announced that Conor and
I've already scheduled 3 days up at the lake. I'll be camping out, and someone could tell me how it ends.
Oh, I'm gonna send like a carrier pigeon with updates to you.
Yeah, I don't even care.
Conor McGregor will fight Floyd Mayweather Jr. in a boxing match Saturday, August 26th of this year. Originally, they were saying MGM, but now they're saying that it will probably be at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, they need...
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of people they're expecting. This fucking thing blew... The day before it came out, I was reporting it on the radio show that I do, but it wasn't confirmed. I was like, it's speculated, here's what's happening. And then ESPN, Yahoo, everybody else started running with it, and it blew up the front page of virtually any website. If you were online, you saw this happening. So I'm not surprised that it has to go from MGM to T-Mobile, because the amount of people that are interested in this, just because of the crossover, it's pretty intense. But Dodge uncovered something pretty quickly after this was announced that is kind of a weird hang-up 2 months away from this fight.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of things. First of all, neither of these fighters have been sanctioned to fight. None of them have been licensed to fight. The fight has not been sanctioned yet.
In Nevada.
Not that it won't happen.
And the WBA did say 3 weeks ago that they would not sanction
The
this
WBA.
circus.
There are multiple organizations in boxing that I'm sure will be taking money on this and will allow this to happen.
It's not
There's
like,
a lot of
it's not
things-
like Daddy can't buy an A on the report card.
Yeah,
You know,
we
it
have
can
a
happen.
lot of details here to go over. First of all, if you want to watch this fight, it's going to be on Showtime pay-per-view. They're saying the price is not set. However, reports are saying it's going to be in and around the $100 range, just like Mayweather and Pacquiao.
100 SD, 120 HD.
Is that what it was for Pacquiao Mayweather?
No, that's what they're setting for this.
That's their they
Yeah,
said
because
it's
I paid
going to be really
$100
close.
for Pacquiao
because
Mayweather.
people are going to want it in
$100.
4,000.
In 4K, got to get it in 4K.
Oh, Jesus.
This will be a standard boxing match with 10-ounce gloves, a 12-round fight, and the super welterweight division. This is 154 pounds. Now, Mayweather has fought as high as 160 when he was the middleweight champion. Obviously, this is no problem for Conor making 155 pounds.
Because Conor had to fight at what 225 when he fought that guy at 3 times his size. Nate came in at what 246.
He was, he was just at the limit.
Yeah.
265.
We have
when he choked your ass out, you fucking bitch, Mick.
He can say that he's Irish.
Floyd Mayweather is
I'm Sicilian. I can't.
49-0 in boxing. McGregor is 21-3 in MMA, 0-0 in boxing. An interesting statistic I like
Yes.
that both these guys are undefeated in boxing,
Yeah.
and neither one of these guys has ever defended an MMA belt.
These are both true facts.
These are true facts.
These are true facts.
Coming into this fight, Mayweather will be 40 years old. Conor McGregor will be 28. Conor McGregor already starting the trash talk with this. Put it on Instagram when he posted a picture of himself and Floyd Mayweather Sr. and said the fight is on.
Then he posted Floyd Mayweather Jr. And said, "Oh man, good thing Floyd Mayweather Sr. still getting a few rounds in at the gym. Hoping I'm his age." So what I want to know is when 50 Cent's going to show up and ask Conor McGregor to read a few pages out of the Harry Potter book. Or even a Dr. Seuss book.
Mayweather is 5'8", McGregor is 5'9". Now, here's where the reach is going to be interesting. Mayweather has a reach of 72 inches. This is what a lot of boxing fans have said has been one of the biggest advantages he's had of everybody he's fought. He's only fought
72 inches?
3 people
Christ.
that either have equal or 1 inch larger
Can he
difference
scratch
than
his
his.
knee without bending over?
McGregor has a 74-inch reach.
Can he scratch his knee without bending over?
So this will be the longest fighter that
got like a
Mayweather has
52
ever
reach.
boxed. So that's pretty interesting. That's why a lot of people are giving a slight edge in the MMA world to McGregor is because of the reach to McGregor, because Mayweather has never fought anybody that has been necessarily longer than him, other than De La Hoya, who had
calm down there,
73-inch reach, and he obviously had lost that fight to Mayweather. The reported alleged payout, the average numbers that are going around right now is that Mayweather will make $300 million in this fight, and Conor McGregor will make $100 million.
It's red panty night.
So we do not
for
know,
McGregor.
Cash license and doc fees. McGregor walks away with $32 million
of his 100.
of the 100.
We'll see. He is now technically under the
Only 32 million?
I know. It's still a lot.
He will be technically under the Ali Act, so that as a promoter, whoever is promoting him, which we'll get to in a minute, can only make, I believe it's 33% of his purse.
Only 33%?
Yeah.
Only
Unless
33% of all the
he
fucking
comes
work
in,
I do.
unless he comes in with an already set contract that's been negotiated.
That's different,
Right.
yes. But he's considered under the Ali Act with this boxing match that has been announced. Again, these are the base figures will be announced the day before the fight because Nevada State Athletic Commission and law says they have to. That does not include pay-per-view percentages. That does not include bonuses, sponsors. They don't include any of that. They will just have to release the initial purse. Dana White has already come out and said that Conor McGregor will fight again this year. That he will defend his belt. He wants to defend his belt, and that he will defend his belt. I don't know if that's necessarily true.
Dude makes $100 million and
he's
then
walking
gets
away.
$4 million. Hey, come back for $4 million. No, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm cool.
I'm still rolling in my money.
But the not defending belts thing is gonna haunt him.
Is it?
Why? It hasn't haunted him yet? Are you
It hasn't
kidding me?
haunted him.
I think it does.
No
I think it
fucking
bugs
way.
him a little.
No fucking way.
That's be interesting.
No way.
I think he looks at those belts.
Especially when the kid's like, Dad, how come you never defended a belt?
Because it's a stepping stone, lad. That's why. It's something to wrap around to be Lucky Charms. Keeps the boxes closed.
Why do you look like a Rhea Faber? Why are you walking around in flip-flops and cutoffs all the time?
You don't surf? We don't surf around here. It's Ireland. It's
Got a butt chin. Actually, there are two brothers in Ireland called the Malloys that surf there, and they have brought surfing to
surf
Ireland.
in Ireland?
Yeah.
Well,
Do they have butt chins?
They have butt chins.
little Araya McGregor is going to be hanging out with him.
This is going to be the longest layover for Floyd since his retirement. He retired September 15th of 2015. This will be a 714-day layoff. That's 1 year, 11 months, and 14 days.
When was the last time Conor McGregor fought?
When was that? UFC 200?
I don't remember.
Right?
So that was about a year ago. Okay.
Less. Previous retirement for Floyd was 651 days. That was a year, 9 months, 11 days when he retired back between 07 and 09. So
Well, he
he's
still came
used to
back and
having.
won,
He
so-
still came back and won and continued to have a great career. So I don't know. People are talking, ring rust. He's been out of the game for 2 years. He was out of the game for almost 2 years. Before he came back, he did quite well.
He's still 40 years old and 49-0.
Yes.
Think about that.
So there's a lot of things that a lot of factors that we can talk about. Number one, there's a lot of people that think that Conor is going to be able to hit Floyd Mayweather. My question is, when guys like Pacquiao, Canelo, Cotto could not hit him, why do you think Conor will be able to?
Okay, well, this is the thing.
Is it just the reach?
No, it's not just the reach. And trust me, I'm not on Connor's side with this one. But it was Shannon
Sharp.
Sharp who was doing a thing today talking about all these boxers that had faced him before and were unable to do anything to him.
I mean, the only guy that actually really hit Floyd was Marcos Maidana. And then he lost that fight in a majority decision. And then he rematched him and lost a unanimous decision.
Well, that's my thing, though, is that as Shannon Sharp is listing off all these boxers that fought him, I'm like, oh, well, that's the difference. He's not fighting a boxer. And I'm not saying that Conor's going to win this because I'm not on Conor's side. I want Conor to shut the fuck up. I want Floyd to shut the fuck up. But Floyd already shut the fuck up for 2 years, and then Conor made him start talking again, which sucks.
No. That's the one thing I want to clear up. Conor didn't bring Mayweather into this. Ronda brought Mayweather into this. Conor jumped on the train once he became hyped. So when everybody starts talking, just remember, Ronda's the one that brought Mayweather into MMA.
No, I don't think she necessarily did. I think somebody had mentioned at the time at her peak, somebody mentioned that they believe she could have beat Mayweather in the fight, and they started trash talking each other,
and that's when
for a little bit. It was not much, and then McGregor was the next.
Because the big difference there was that
that's all he's done. That's all McGregor's ever done is take shit that somebody else has already got going. I mean, we've already proven. Even the glasses, the big coat. There's other people he's emulating.
Yeah,
none of his style is new.
Usually Floyd be like, "Shut the fuck up," and you be quiet. When he leave, you be talking again. But then Conor shows up and he don't shut the fuck up.
Right.
This is the thing that I think is glove size. This is going to be these are
the 10-ounce gloves.
10-ounce gloves. Obviously, we know MMA guys use 4-ounce gloves.
Right.
Okay, so glove size I think is going to make a big difference. They're going to be heavier, so your arms are going to get maybe a little tireder. Or
I think
Conor's more tired.
Been training with 10-ounce gloves.
I'm sure he has. I'm just saying.
Like since last year.
There's also.
He said tired. Right?
Yeah, I corrected myself. More tired.
Not retired.
But there's also a couple inches of space, obviously, from 4-ounce to 10-ounce gloves.
And we've seen how.
Oh yeah, and you know what the difference between ooh and ah is? 2 inches.
That's a huge timing thing that Conor's gonna have to overcome. Distance.
I don't know which one I get then.
Distance and timing of that space. Because if you're so used to hitting a guy, like I said, we were watching those videos earlier where guys are able to slip punches and be able to figure out timing.
Because they know exactly what they're working with.
But now you have a bigger, heavier glove. Mm-hmm. I think timing's going to be off. I'm not saying that Conor's not going to train for this fight, just training boxing. But he has been an MMA fighter for so long. It's going to be, I think, a little bit of an issue for him.
I think he's had boxing gloves on since last year. I really, really do. And we've seen video of him training against the number 30 ranked welterweight.
Fucking horrible.
But that was over a year ago.
Still looked fucking horrible.
Yeah, against the number 30 ranked welterweight in the world. But whatever.
Strikes landed in a typical MMA fighter, 250, whereas boxing is 650. Actual landed strikes, thrown strikes is 750 to 1750. You have 12 fucking rounds that you're going to have to be throwing these heavy-ass gloves through. Not only is it 12 rounds, but it's 3-minute rounds. 5-minute rounds is what he was able to use to figure out the distance between him and Nate, where he was actually started able to land punches. This is going to be 3-minute rounds, and there's 12 of them. I don't think you're going to be able to figure out the distance right away.
You got 36 minutes.
Soon.
36 minutes versus 25 tops. You got 11 more minutes of fighting than you used to.
In 5 rounds against Nate, he only threw 282. He landed 161 of them. Nate landed 178. He landed 271 total, 178 significant strikes. This
is fight one?
This is fight number 2.
This is fight 2. Okay.
Number 5 guy who's in his weight class, number 5, who smokes weed all day, outstruck Conor in basically a boxing match. Okay, and the only reason that Conor got the punches that did on him is because of the kicks. If you go back and watch the fights, the punches, the left that dropped him was right after he kicked him, and then he had to start watching the leg, and then he hit him with the left. He's not going to be able to draw McGregor away with the leg unless he throws one leg.
That's the other thing I was going to talk about too, is that distance. This next thing I was going to talk about is distance and body positioning is completely different in boxing than it is in MMA.
Especially with Floyd, who likes to turn his shoulder over so you can't hit him.
We talked about, you said Shannon Sharp was talking about these guys, that are boxing. The difference is that MMA guys have a more square stance to avoid the takedown and for kicks. Whereas boxing, it's going to be a little more linear. Yeah. It's straight up down. So I think it's going to be, there's a lot of things that factor in. I'm not saying that McGregor doesn't have a chance. Obviously, everyone says there's a puncher's chance.
There's always a chance.
We've seen crazier fights out of Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson, things happen before. I just think that this is in Conor's disadvantage.
Well, I saw the Buster Douglas fight get brought up too as a big upset, but the thing is, Buster Douglas was still a fucking
boxer. Yeah, that's the biggest thing about this thing. So there's a lot of things that are going to be going on. I think at least so far, it seems like the mass media, the talking heads on ESPN and all that bullshit, all realize that this is a money fight and a spectacle and not an actual competitive fight.
100% a spectacle.
And it's two people and names that the general masses who don't watch any fucking fighting anywhere will recognize. Because, hey, isn't that Irish guy going to fight Mayweather? Like, that's all I've been hearing.
Yeah.
When's that Irish guy going to fight Mayweather?
Oh, God, it's the great white hype. It's the real great white hype.
Oh, that's why it's the cover of our site. That's why I put the actual the movie cover from the Great White Hype.
Where's Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah. If you don't have a good opponent, let's just make one up.
Are we gonna get is Floyd gonna eat a bunch of ice cream and show up all and
then knock him out?
And then knock him out?
I don't think Floyd's gonna knock him out because he hasn't knocked anybody out since '99.
Right. I don't.
And you can't say that sucker punch that just happened somewhat recently was a real knockout, in my opinion. Like, his actual legit knockout was 1999.
Yeah, but I think he can gas. I don't want to say knock him out, but I think he can gas him out.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be pushing and pulling a 10-ounce glove.
I agree. I think fatigue is going to be a bigger deal.
I don't think Conor has any quit, though. There's no way.
No, but
Did you not watch the whole reason he got submitted the first time is because he quit. He didn't want to get knocked out. And then, I don't know if you know what happened at the end of round 5 of the other fight. The guy who lost had to help him up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I just gave you the stats from the last fight from the guy who just smokes weed all day.
I still have some questions about this fight that nobody's been able to answer yet.
No, I think the real announcement should have been that Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor have set up accounts for you to send money to.
That's pretty accurate.
And they're going to fight.
Oh, no, I read a great theory on that. We'll get to in a minute.
I want to know, does this fight count towards Conor McGregor's UFC contract?
It will not.
I think if he's getting paid by WME and WME is getting paid on the side,
so there's rumors that WME or Dana or both are getting a cut as a manager/promoter. We don't know how much. Inquiries to the contract have been made. Obviously, Dana White has come out and said that no one will ever know the contract details, but eventually I think they're gonna. This is the internet age, dude. Everybody's gonna find out something.
We know what people's buttholes look like that we don't want to know what their buttholes look like. So we'll find out what the fucking contract is.
I also
we looked
want to
at
know
earlier. I was really interested in that.
Well, I'm just saying.
I also want to know why guys like Cowboy Cerrone can't go pro bull riding or pro wakeboarding, but Conor's allowed to go do fights like this. And the only thing I've been able to come up with, and the couple people I've talked to about it, is because the UFC is getting a cut.
Yes, of course.
They're not getting a cut of
I thought you were going to say file down molars. But anyway.
Prison talk.
So then I guess the other question is does this tarnish Mayweather's record or legacy if he wins? If he becomes the greatest boxing record of all time, 50-0, beats Marciano's record, to a guy who's 0-0 in boxing.
Oh no!
Does this help his record?
No, the professional boxers said that this will be Barry Bonds' asterisk.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I
If he loses,
all day.
if he loses, is it worse?
Hell yeah, it is.
I don't think it is. It's explained away by 2 years of retirement, ring rust. And
there's no way to explain away to lose against a guy like McGregor.
Doesn't matter.
Who lost to a number 5
in Terrell. He's not going to lose. Mayweather's winning this fight.
I believe Mayweather's going to win this fight.
And the odds are opening up.
The odds are -1,000 Mayweather, plus 640 McGregor.
That means, for those of you who don't know how this works, you have to bet $1,000 on Mayweather to win 100.
Oh, I thought it was $11. You have to. Okay, yeah.
$1,000 on Mayweather to win 100. If you bet $100 on McGregor and he wins, you get $640. Now, I read somewhere a great theory that Mayweather has somebody place a bet on McGregor, takes a dive, uses his ridiculous amount of return to go buy an island. That island is Ireland. And then when he buys Ireland...
I was waiting for it. I was like, let me in. I'm hooked.
Then he buys Ireland. He buys McGregor's house. He buys...
all the white people?
There are rumors that these odds have changed. This was opening day numbers. And there are rumors that there are already Vegas sharks right now betting on McGregor to change the odds so that they can place a huge
Mayweather bet.
So be careful when you're betting.
Yeah, check the odds, obviously.
Check the odds.
It's not going to be an even bet.
I honestly, in my opinion, I believe Mayweather is going to win this fight, unanimous decision. And I don't know, I might give McGregor a round. Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see. I think he's going to come out very aggressive. He's going to try to tag him. All these other boxers have had struggles. People have landed. They have landed on Mayweather.
Professional boxers have.
They have landed, but I just think that he might be able to land a few punches. I don't think he's going to knock him out.
Jeff said Mayweather can't spell Ireland.
That's true. That's true.
It's Ireland.
He would fucking buy Iceland on accident. He'd fuck that shit up.
Oh, you farking ice holes.
Farting ice holes.
Good one, Jeff.
Will you be watching this fight?
Huh?
Will you be watching this fight? Will you be watching this fight? Will you be watching this fight?
I'm gonna find out where Dennis is. I'm gonna go show it to him.
I don't know if I will.
I'm gonna hook a satellite up to my phone and be like, "Watch."
I think I'll be fire sticking this fight.
Yeah.
I'm going to be that guy off the commercial. We're going off the grid.
No, I will. I'll tell you. Okay, I will not pay for this fight. Meaning, I will probably find somewhere to watch it. Possibly some friends, or I won't watch it.
And that's, I mean, a lot of guys online were talking about that. It's gonna be $100. All right, let's get 10 of us to put $10 in. Yeah. We'll make this.
No,
fight.
and plus with Fire Stick, that's gonna cut their 5.5 in half.
The numbers that I saw, excuse me,
I don't know what
were
you're talking about Fire Stick. I don't know what that is.
5.5 million
I don't know.
pay-per-view buys was the initial
Your stick shouldn't feel like it's on fire.
Or, excuse
It
me.
depends on what you're doing, my friend.
Oh, he does the talk. He does the taco roll up. The taco roll up. He does.
It's called the smoke signal.
Oh, yeah.
Ronaldo will be play-by-play in this fight
Oh, because he does showbox.
because he does showbox. Yeah. So just put that out there.
All right,
So-
Jeff. I'll do it real quick. This is Floyd Mayweather for Heart Radio. Wait, this is what
iHeart Radio Heart.
one fish, two fish, red fish.
Oh, come on now. It's one fish, red fish, two fish, blue fish. I'm telling you right now. I read this story all the time.
I got 4 fish. I'm just saying.
I got 4 fish. One of them's
There you
purple.
go. That was for you, Jeff.
Got the Lucky Charms. They're all in my fish tank. That's what I feed my fish. The red fish, blue fish, they eat the rainbows. Moving on now, we had a UFC fight
Dogs
night.
just give up.
I don't.
It's like a fucking sideshow over
Let
there.
it go. Just like this fight's gonna be.
Exactly.
Mark Hunt took on the Black Beast, Derek Lewis, last week in Auckland, New Zealand. And what a fight that was. We'll get to that momentarily as we jump into your catch weight at 118 on the prelims. You had JJ Aldridge taking on Chan Amjion. And this was a unanimous decision in favor of JJ Aldridge. Who was the catch weight at 118? Was
That
that
guy in the booth was confused. He was like,
confused
"Do I got the right pictures up?"
What? Where are you starting?
right there?
Son of a bitch.
Perfect.
Gian came in at 118.
Okay, so the one who was heavy lost. And then we jump on to your Fox Sports 1 prelim cards with Zach Otto getting a split decision over Kalichi Kunimuro. And then you have John Morago over Ashken, don't even know, Manhattan. I don't know. Could be Manhattan. Ashken Manhattan. And then Luke Jamu over the porn star Dominic Steele.
We would research more if you won.
Record 1, you got Dominic Steele.
Of course. That's a porn star name.
Vince Pichel over Damian Brown with a KO in the first round of 3 minutes and 37 seconds. Then we go into your main card, still on Fox Sports 1, with Alexander Volkanovski going up against Mizuta Hiroti. Unanimous decision in
I
favor of
thought this fight would never end. It felt like,
Yeah, right?
Mizuto Hirota?
There you go.
You said Hiroshi.
yeah.
Whatever. I don't care.
No, for some reason that
Rushing through
featherweight
it.
fight, it felt like it was 5 rounds to me. I didn't know what happened. Like stuck in a weird time warp.
It was 5-minute rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Big Ben Nguyen? No.
Yeah.
Give him his own nickname.
Yeah.
Ben 10 Nguyen up against Tim Elliott. Submission rear naked choke in favor of Ben 10.
Come on, Timmy.
Elliott.
Yeah.
What the heck? You win the Ultimate Fighter, you give DJ a run for his money, and then you lose in a first round submission.
It was kind of weird actually seeing this happen.
Yeah.
And
At
then-
least he didn't lose right after we interviewed him. He won after we interviewed him.
Ion Kudalaba up against Enrique de Silva. This was a TKO in the very first round at 22 seconds.
Dude, that poor guy in high school had cooties. Cootie lava.
Kudalaba? Yes, he did. In high school? Did he carry on that long?
Mr. Cootie Lava.
Oh, girl. And the hooker beats the Pearson.
What I tell you, I always go with the hooker.
That was a pretty devastating knee.
It was
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Ross Pearson coming in, ate it really hard.
Yeah, that's the time clock. That's the time clock right here. It's like, oh, are we fighting? I just officially punched you in.
And I punched out. Derek Brunson over Dan Kelly with a KO in the first round at 1:16. And Mark Hunt and Derek Lewis, they took this to town at the 4th round at 3 minutes and 51 seconds. The ref,
Both tired.
The ref called it.
Yeah.
This was one of those things where it wasn't like Derek Lewis was on his back. It was
He was done.
He was done, exhausted up against
yeah.
the cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm with a lot of people. I don't think Hunt. He was tired, but
He wasn't tired.
yeah,
Walking around like he's just like, still
Yeah.
fucking fighting this guy. Why is he not going
Why
down?
don't you fall down?
like I'm not gonna be able to ride my motorcycle tomorrow. I'll be all sore.
And then, of course, two heavyweights decided to talk shit to Derek Lewis because Derek Lewis said that he will probably retire after this fight.
No, really?
Derek Lewis says he will probably retire. He said, this is probably my last fight. I'm getting married next week. I don't like putting my family through all of this, so this will be my last fight. Most likely my last fight in the UFC. Travis Brown immediately went on Instagram and says, you say you have the most heart in the heavyweight division, but I watched you quit. You should retire. You brought false news about my family that affected me. Just goes on and on.
We're running around these fine ass head.
Francis Nanu said, Lewis, I said I win Arlovsky because he's old with 37, but Mark Hunt's 43 years old and beat you like a baby. Derek Lewis responds to both of them and says, Travis Brown waking up from dead, saying he wants a rematch. And then says, Francis learning how to use Google Translator and talking shit. That was pretty good for both
That is
responses.
Good
That's
job.
good. So who was ever in the room with Derek Lewis and came up with that? Kudos, kudos, because that was a good one.
They showed it to him like this. They're like, is this cool?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's like, yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
I don't care. Hey, and don't
sit on the toilet.
don't think we don't. Yeah, and don't think we don't do that either, dude. We talk to people all week and we come up with good shit and we use it in here. Yeah.
Does
We
this
do.
work? No.
We texted to each other. Is this funny? Nope.
No.
No. Don't bring it up.
Lame.
Go back to bed, stupid.
That's a good nickname for Eric Cowell. No, don't say it.
No sell all day. All right, so we have UFC Singapore go down this weekend. This is UFC Fight Night 111 happening on Fight Pass.
Fight Pass at like 4 a.m. East Coast time.
Eric. So 1
like
a.m. our time.
1 a.m. our time. So either don't go to bed or set your alarm,
Or
go to bed
don't-
early
just
and
don't
wake
watch
up
it.
early. I don't know.
I don't know
One
either.
or two.
Yeah, and you got to wait because Fight Pass used to show them like immediately after it happened. Now there's some weird delay.
Oh, so
It's
wake
coming
up.
from Singapore, man. You know how many fucking monkeys are holding cables together to get this fucking shit out? Jesus.
You mean literal monkeys, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, 'cause
Literal
that's what they-
monkeys.
We're gonna edit that in post.
No, because they pick your pocket, they steal your drinks, and they hold cables. That's what the fucking monkeys do in fucking Singapore. Jesus Christ. Ji Yong Kim takes on Lucy Pudilova in the women's bantamweight challenge to open up your night. Moving on from there, it's a catch weight of 131 pounds.
As Thomas did not make weight.
Who didn't? Oh, Tom. Okay. Naoki Inoue up against Carlos John Thomas, who didn't
not
make
make
weight. And then you have
5
the
pounds
bantamweight
over.
fight. That's a lot.
Maybe flatweight isn't for you.
Did he have a monkey on his back?
Why didn't he say he had an emergency and go to the hospital like McGregor?
Because then his fight would be canceled.
Yeah.
Wouldn't get those Singapore dollars. Bantamweight match against Kwan Ho Kwak going up against Russell Doan.
Don't.
Doan?
Don't.
Sure.
Oh, we gotta get the sign. Man,
Roll it back.
I keep forgetting.
Roll it back. Zero. And then a welterweight fight between Li Jingling taking on Frank Camacho. Justin Scoggins taking on Oka Sasaki. And then Alex Bruce Leroy Caceres taking on Rolando D. Cyril Asker taking on Walt Harris. And Takanori Gomi.
Still fighting?
What? Up against John Tuck.
He's doing that thing.
Where's Big Sexy? Big Sexy not fighting on this one?
I
No.
haven't seen him in a while.
Sexy Yama.
Sexyama hasn't been there for a while.
And then your main card still on Fight Pass. Tariq Safadine taking on Rafael Dos Anjos.
I got two hands.
I like this fight. I got two hands as well. I like this fight, though. Dong Hun Kin taking on Colby Covington. I got Dong.
I'll take Kim.
Taking Covington.
You want Dong? You don't want
No.
Dong?
No.
No Dong? for
God,
you?
no.
And
I'm a taco guy.
Andre Arlovsky going up against Marcin Tybura.
I got Tybura.
I mean, you should.
Really?
Arlovsky says he needs to have this fight be good because he's on a 4-fight skid.
I'm all
And
about
my career
Arlovsky
is
on this
bullshit. It's bullshit.
one. Bullshit like my
Hopefully
shit.
the referee pays attention.
And then Holly Holm taking on Betch Kahea. Now, this
Home?
UFC card coming into this, it has the least momentum, apparently, this is what I read, of any UFC card in history, meaning that the majority of these fighters that are coming in here are coming off of losses.
If somebody really knows how to pronounce BC's real name, send us an audio clip.
Betch Correa.
No. We killed it, dude. And then nobody knows it because Betch Correa. Betch Correa. Now it sounds like a perfume. Betch. Correa. It smells like you've been beat up. Heat. By Club Mustang.
Was a real thing for a little while. Anyway, it's on UFC Fight Pass. If you have Fight Pass, it'll be on super early if you can find it. Otherwise, just catch the replay of it.
Oh, poor
Go
LeBron.
Dubs.
Oh yeah.
Go Dubs.
Is that Fuckle Bro?
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't have no dub. You didn't send no dub pictures. I thought you'd have some good video or something.
I have a bunch of stuff, but I should put
Go
it on.
Dubs. Go
Yeah,
Durant.
it's all
Did they really get 2 million people into the city?
Dude, it was nuts. Yeah, I watched the parades, and I've seen I have a bunch of friends that were there. You started lining up at 5 a.m. was when they allowed people to be on the streets to line up.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you pee at something like that?
There's porta potties and there's public restrooms, but otherwise, yeah, you're
Wild.
Pee.
Streets.
Yeah,
There can be
it was
two. There can
absolutely
be
nuts.
2 world champions in Oakland. Next one's coming.
You got Penguins win as well. Stanley Cup. They
Fuck
won
the
on
Penguins.
Sunday, didn't they?
What the fuck? Did
Fuck
you
you,
really
man.
bring up the Penguins?
Fuck yeah, I'm bringing up the Penguins.
You from Pittsburgh?
The fuck?
No, man.
No, shut up.
You hanging out at the zoo?
They're closer to the Red Wings, which I'm a fan of the Red Wings.
Yeah, but for a whole other reason, not because of fucking, not because of golf, not because of hockey. Come on.
So what, you think Oakland's going to win because you got Marshawn Lynch now?
Hey. I'm just saying. I don't care that the Patriots have now amassed like the ultimate team with the current people they've picked up.
Yeah, but also, Tom Brady's on the cover of Madden, so he's gonna get hurt or sick.
Yep.
Well, he might not even play if his wife keeps talking to people, talking about his concussions and
If he keeps going and playing golf with Trump, something's going to happen.
yeah, he got a percussion or two. Some shit happened. To him.
Anyway, thanks for listening. Tell your friends, of course. You can find us at SD_MMA on Twitter and Instagram, Split Decision MMA Podcast on Facebook, and SplitDecisionMMA.com. Well, that's the website. I don't know. There's hands moving on the screen.
Oh, sorry.
It's weird, man.
I'm enjoying watching it.
Big thanks to MyMMAnews.com for our sponsorship, Eric. Whatever, man. And, of course,
Eat 4 cheesesteaks.
Dependable Solutions. Innovate your business with Dependable Solutions.
we love you guys. Thank you so much. Of course, if you got a chance to watch the fights this weekend, then do that. Until next time, have a good night. We'll see you at the fights.